Alright, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to another Dungeon Quest video, a game that almost never updates. I'm just kidding guys, they are coming out with an update soon, so don't worry about it. As you guys might know already, if you're on the Discord, it says right here, going to be bringing back some old cosmetics, but below that, it does mention, with that being said, the next dungeon is currently being built by Blacksmith right now. It's gonna be hot. So hopefully that has hyped you guys up. This was posted May 1st, 2020. Anyways, let's proceed into the video. I am currently not on my main account just because I feel like it's better for me to use my main to grind on anime fighting similar AFK like I always do anyways. So I'm on Pineapple's account and I'm here to pretty much just chill with you guys, carry a few people in dungeon, and talk about what's very important for the Dungeon Quest community or this dungeon crawler community in general on Roblox. First things first, if I look on the front page for Roblox right now, you can clearly see that there's no dungeon crawler games in general. I mean, if you look down here, yes, there's World Zero, and that game is very promising. Click, click, click. And where's Dungeon Quest? Click, click. There you go, Dungeon Quest. 5.6k concurrent players right now. It's not terrible, so it's technically not a dead game. But of course, this game in general wasn't as booming as it was back in 2019, where there was like 20k, 30k, maybe even 40k players. But anyways, if we kind of consider all the dungeon crawler games on Roblox right now, Adventure, which is a great game, Rumble Quest, World Zero, Dungeon Quest, and I think Treasure Quest, and also Colossal Legends. And feel free to let me know in the comments down below if there's any dungeon crawler games that I missed too. If you combine all the players in general for all these dungeon crawler games, I don't think they even scratch the surface of 10k, and that kind of sucks for the dungeon crawler community. There's less choices than we used to have, there's probably less updates because of this, and there's a smaller population than there used to be to play the game with. Believe me guys, dungeon crawler games really highly demand on a huge population for the items market, and of course it's the replayability of the game. The more players you can play with, the more friends you can meet, the more the chance that you will actually redo a dungeon that you have already done like a billion times. And of course I'll be using this video and its like, make sure you guys like it if you guys want more Dungeon Quest content, to figure out if the Dungeon Quest aspect on my channel has temporarily ended its career. I mean, obviously guys, when a new update comes up, I would definitely be the first one to jump on it. It's just that right now with no updates, there's just no way to make any content. So off the bat, I do really want to express my gratitude for Dungeon Quest in general. And while it has grown as a game, it has helped this channel grow by quite a lot. We used to have so much Dungeon Quest content in this channel. I think overall we had a total of 230 videos made on this channel specifically just for Dungeon Quest. With updates not being dropped, the game kind of slips. Okay, let's get back to the bread and butter of the video. So number one, Dungeon Quest itself is a very well-built game, but the concept of dungeon crawlers are always downright into its repetitiveness. You know, you repeat until you get stronger, you unlock the next dungeon, you repeat, and this continues on and on and on. But in a Roblox dungeon crawler game, the items that you can get, the legendary ones, are super limited, especially when it comes to Dungeon Quest. Because in our inventory, we only equip 3 types of items: your helmet, your armor, and your weapons. And I mean, you can count skills too, but they're not technically items. Anyways, because there's only 3 types of weapons, and because the owners itself built the game to revolve around only 2 legendaries each time, not even legendary armors, but legendary weapons, then like the farming aspect is, once you get a legendary, you're pretty much done. Once you get the best armor, you're pretty much done. There isn't like another best armor out there with a different build set, or different legendary out there with a different look. So therefore, it's very easy to get to end game. And with that being said, people do tend to turn away from the game because of that. And of course, this aspect wouldn't be such a huge issue if everybody was to level up from level 1 to the max level. But then again, the leveling system is slightly flawed. Every time we come up with a new dungeon, the higher up players, they pretty much finish it within 2 weeks, get the best gear, get the best armor, best weapon, and they're done. And then when it comes down to the lower level players, they're only seeing a unreachable ceiling as it keeps getting higher and higher, because the lower level training, the lower level leveling up system is not helping them enough. I've always advocated this system out there guys. I think that every time a new dungeon comes out, older dungeons should double in EXP. I mean guys, a lot of you are probably like, oh no, that's a bad idea, I've worked really hard. You might have worked very hard for it. Everybody wants to experience a new update, but they cannot play the game like you can. So if you don't give them something like an incentive to level up, you don't give them a big boost to level up, well guess where they're going? They're definitely not going up anymore, they're going somewhere else to play a different game now. And now guess what? People are gonna only complain about, well, oh, the game is dying or the game is dead because the population is so low. All right, number one was kind of like a rant, but at the same time, I'm not really trying to trash the game in any way. I still think, once again, it is the best dungeon crawler game out there. However, like the recent lack of updates has really hurt it so much. I'm talking about multiple updates before this. We're talking about steampunks, orbital outposts, boss raids in general. I don't think boss raids killed the game. I think boss raids didn't help the game, but what really made Dungeon Quest take a big hit was how long it took to update each single time. It's not a matter of quality too, guys. We have seen quality updates for the last time. I mean, I think this is also because maybe VCafe was getting burnt out, and maybe the dungeon crawler team, the staff team, the development team has shrunk. We have seen multiple Dungeon Quest map builders or developer leave. We should still have had some consistent updates. We used to have bi-weekly cosmetic updates, but now they're gone too. They haven't updated the cosmetic shop in, I think, maybe a month plus. I'm trying to check out on my older video where I trolled with Saitama. I'm pretty sure it's around a month. And of course, I have a personal problem. And trust me, this is a personal problem. This does not affect you guys. And it shouldn't. It's about the whole bringing back the cosmetics for the next shop change. So how I see this is, number one, I mean, I purchased so many cosmetic items in the past to support the game or to show off, to do whatever. Now for it to bring it back, I feel like I lost its retroness to the game. I think I also lost its originality of the game when it comes to cosmetics. But of course, it does benefit a lot of newer players that hasn't had a chance to buy them yet. Like I said, it's a personal issue. It's not an overall game-changing issue. Since VCafe did mention recently that PvP was going to be a separate entity from the game, I think that's a great idea, but that's gonna be a bad hit for Dungeon Quest. Number one, this splits the attention for VCafe in general. I do not believe he has big enough of a team to pretty much put in work into PvP and the new dungeons. So new dungeons, if they ever are going to come out, it's going to take even longer than it used to be. If they took 2 months to do before, they're going to take 4 months now. The quality might not be the same because the attention is split. And even if PvP doesn't work out the way he wants it to work out, it's going to take a few months to figure that out. So you tell me, guys, in the comments down below, when's the last time we received a new dungeon? And what if that took twice as long? What do you guys feel about that? But going back to the PvP, I am so hyped for it. I actually really like that game mode. And if it was in a separate entity, a separate game, possible that it might be super booming, super popular like Arsenal is. And any type of traction that PvP game gets, it wouldn't directly go into Dungeon Quest. It might indirectly happen, but at the same time, guys, because Roblox is a game made for children, if you don't give them a direct path into a game, they might not explore it at all. As you might have noticed already, guys, the last Easter event did bring in a population for Dungeon Quest. It didn't fully revive it, but it gave it like 1 to 2K concurrent players. I mean, it could be because of the recent pandemic as well, but that's not the point. The point is something happened, it brought in traction, and it worked out for Dungeon Quest. And hopefully Dungeon Quest somehow finds a way to link these both things together, maybe provide benefits. Alright, and the last thing I wanted to get to is Roblox dungeon crawler games in general. Yeah, with the dungeon crawler scene like how it is right now in 2020, I don't see anything really promising. I mean, obviously there are very good games, like World Zero is a good game, but it's not going to go for free anytime soon. Adventure Up's a great game that's well built, however, it just doesn't attract a group of players to play it. Somehow it just doesn't work for some reason. And then there's Rumble Quest. Yeah, let's not talk about Rumble Quest, guys. What I want to talk about is probably this: Minecraft Dungeons. It's not a Roblox dungeon crawler game, but it is a dungeon crawler game. At the end of the day, it's going to have a lot of sales. At the end of the day, a lot of people are going to go to it. And at the end of the day, it's going to cost a lot of money. But regardless, people are going to go check it out. I'm going to check it out. I'm probably streaming it. So if you guys are interested in something like that, let me know in the comments down below. I want to see how many of you guys are interested. Maybe I will make more content on it when it does come out at the end of this month. I pretty much spend the whole video just kind of not ranting at the same time, talking about Dungeon Quest and giving it some positive vibes, but at the same time also giving it some negative ones. Just pretty much my own input into the game. I have played the game for a full year now, and I feel like my perspective of the game is pretty clear, and I do feel like my perspective of the game does deserve some listening to. Definitely give this video a thumbs up, like, or something. Let me know in the future, like, let me know if I should be making more Dungeon Quest content. And I guess that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Come on.